Hello friends, welcome back to another video. This video is quite personal because I'm one of those people who can't seem to focus in very chaotic situations. For instance, if someone was screaming in my ear, like next to me, or let's say if there was a lot of noise and a lot of banging, my brain tends to shut down. Now, this is not something that has just happened to me, but probably that's how my brain has been programmed for a very long time. I get so irritated and I can't think in the moment until recently. What I have realized that in my chaotic life as a mother, as a wife, as an employee, as a sister, as a friend, like there's so many responsibilities we have on a daily basis. And it is very difficult to kind of pitch in time for your goals and your own aspirations alongside all the other responsibilities you're going to have on a daily basis. Sometimes we tend to think that our productive sessions or productivity, at least for me, has to be pretty like before I had to set aside like some time, quiet time just for me, probably 1 or 2 hours where I can sit and focus in some, in a very nice and beautiful place that is aesthetically pleasing. But I'm learning to get out of my comfort zone, and here's the reason why. So recently I was watching this video by Ali Abdaal, and basically he was having a chat with a gentleman called Matthew Dicks, the author of the book Someday is Today. Now, Matthew Dicks has had 3 near-death experiences, and I think that's why he tends to value every single minute of his life. So basically, he has this practice called the parking lot practice, and he explains it in a way that he had to meet this lady for an appointment, and the lady was late for 7 whole minutes. And the lady came in apologizing that she was late. And instead of the gentleman being mad at her, he said, "No, I'm actually not annoyed at you. But during the 7 minutes that you were away, or during the 7 minutes that you had not yet arrived, I took that time and I actually wrote down a few lines for my book." Now, how many times do you have 7 minutes? 7 minutes waiting for your doctor's appointment. Sometimes you're in transit, going to work. They're just those in-between breaks that we have that you could actually use to invest into your long-term dreams and goals. This is the time that I realized that my brain was actually at a disadvantage because I not only couldn't think into situations that were chaotic, but then also sometimes it was quite hard for me to find like a good amount of time within the week where I could sit down, focus, and be able to work on the things that I want to work on. For instance, growing this channel, I need to sit down, write my thoughts down, journal my ideas, and be able to build the content that I want to create for you guys. Now, I may not be able to do that, like let's say 1 or 2 hours, and sometimes it's hard to get those 2 hours a week. And truth is, now using those 10-15 minute breaks that I get, I realize that I actually get more stuff done. And 10 minutes could become 20 minutes, can become 1 hour, 2 hours, all through the week. So you end up still having that amount of time well covered in the week. So I would like to pass on this encouragement to you out there who is thinking about how you want to develop that idea for that book. You want to, develop a channel. You want to create a new business idea, but you're still failing to find the right time to sit through it and think hard enough to be able to work on it systematically. You can be able to work on this idea systematically all throughout the week, and eventually it's going to add up very well. Now, sometimes the other issue that affects us very much, instead of building our ideas like in smaller sessions, is because we tend to think about the idea as a whole. So instead of thinking about it as a whole, use those 10 to 15 minutes to think about what you have so far in the moment. Like, have you ever written a story, but instead of writing it from the very beginning, you might have certain chapters already figured out in your head, and you already know, okay, I would like to talk about this topic, I would like to have this topic there. Then you just kind of write them down, and eventually the story builds, and then you'll find where it starts from and where it ends. So sometimes that blockage is because we want to, feel like, oh, I can't do this right now because I have to start from the beginning. Or I can't do this right now because I don't have the main idea yet. You don't have the main idea yet, but you have an idea. And that idea, you can be able to use it as of now to slowly work yourself through getting to the main idea where you start off. That book, that business idea, whatever you're working towards. The biggest thing or the biggest takeaway that I want us to have from today's video is to make sure that we give ourselves that time in between, small bits of time that we are offered all throughout the week to be able to work towards these things. I was able to actually generate this idea in a meeting. Like, I literally had a meeting, finished, whatever submissions I had to make. It was raining outside, I couldn't go anywhere, and I just sat there. And lo and behold, I had 10 to 15 minutes that I could actually use to generate this video or to generate the ideas for today's content. And here we are. A whole video has been able, to come out of the 15 minutes that I was able to use. So don't shy away from using those 15 minutes. Don't shy away from sitting with a notebook, in a taxi as you go back home. Don't shy away to list down your ideas as you wait for your appointment. The more you work towards it, trust me, the more it's eventually going to develop into that big thing you want for it to be. Also, the more consistently you practice this, the more it's actually going to stick and become something that is going to, work for you long term. Because you might try it today, it may not work out. You might try it for 10 minutes, but sometimes if you're not used to thinking in chaotic situations, it might be quite hard for you to focus. But the more you challenge your brain, the more it's actually going to adjust, because as we know, our brain is very trainable by us. So whatever you teach your brain, it can adapt to it, and before you know it, you're going to have the results that you want. So train your brain to think within, chaotic situations, and slowly by slowly, it doesn't matter if there's like a whole storm around you, you'll still be able to have that peace in your mind to be able to think creatively and get to the things that you want to do. I hope this content today was helpful for you, and please share this video with someone who needs it. Make sure you subscribe for more content such as this, and leave me a comment or a thumbs up depending on how valuable this video was for you. Thank you for watching. Until the next video, bye.